Hello, thank you for coming to this video today, guys. I really appreciate it. This is my weekly recap video where I try to take all of the information that you've missed within the Cardano ecosystem in the past week and sum it up. Just so you guys can stay up to date in your investments and the ecosystem, because this ecosystem is constantly evolving. It's hard for even me to keep up with it. What we're going to be going over today in this video is a lot of cool stuff. I actually personally bought some Ethereum to test out kind of the DeFi stuff, to see what's going on over there, to see the gas fees, specifically to figure out what we can do with Cardano to compete with Ethereum and to beat them in scalability, because man, you guys are going to see some crazy stuff later in this video. We're also going to be going over the Cardano news like always. We're going to be going over some stuff about Yoroi, 2 new podcasts in the ecosystem, the second episode of the Cardano Aura is starting tomorrow, some Project Catalyst information, the Cardano Foundation information as well. But before we jump into that, if you guys want to support me and my channel, the easiest way to do so is just leave a like on this video. Also, turn that notification bell on and comment down below. YouTube has not been liking my videos lately. I don't know what's going on, but they're not really promoting them, so I would really appreciate that. I think that gets me in the algorithm. The other way to support me is by delegating to both Bloom and Bloom 2. Over 3,000 people delegate to Bloom, and that adds a lot of stability to our pool. We also have a 2.5 million pledge to secure the network from Sybil attacks. That's really important. And we have a lot of stake delegated. So that 340, that minimum 340 per epoch really doesn't do much to you, because we do have such high delegation between the pools and so many different delegates. The other way you can support me and support yourself is by downloading the Brave browser. What the Brave browser does is it actually blocks ads and the trackers within those ads and pays you in cryptocurrency for just using the browser. I use it every day as my normal browser on my phone, on my laptop, and on my main desktop PC. But let's jump into the first part of this video. So the first one thing I wanted to say real quick is actually just on ADA pools. Cardano actually just hit 50% of the total supply stake. So you can see right here, we're at 50.3% of the total stake to the network. That's pretty crazy. Congrats to you guys for figuring out how to stake and securing the network. It's awesome to see that much staked. I'm hoping that we can even see 60% soon, 70%. That'd be awesome. If we're at 70%, we'd be doing very well compared to a lot of the network. Another thing is, as more stuff comes out, I was thinking about this, like as DeFi comes out and there's more ways to essentially earn money from your utility token that is ADA, we might not see so much staked, so it's cool to see 50% this early. I would like to see as high as we get before Goguen comes out and before there's more utility to ADA other than just staking. Right, so let's jump into the next part of the video. So I did want to mention that there's actually new Yoroi Mobile 3.2.0, and what's so good about this update is they added support for delegation on Ledger devices, and this is pretty cool. I do have my Ledger sitting right over here. I'll grab that. But so if you have the Ledger Nano X, you can actually use Bluetooth with it. So it'll be pretty cool to be able to use both Bluetooth with Yoroi Mobile. I mean, think about how much of a seamless experience that is. You have your phone, you have the Ledger Bluetooth into it, and then when you want to send and receive or do anything on Yoroi Mobile, you have this device. It's like two-factor authentication in a way, but I mean, you can't have that because your phone is the device that you send it on. So it's good to have a second backup here where you have a 9-digit PIN or an 8-digit PIN, whatever you'd like. So I do think that's pretty cool. I'm happy that Yoroi Mobile has Ledger support. So if you guys do like using Yoroi on mobile, today's the day that it's finally functional with Ledger, which is really cool, like I said. The next thing I wanted to talk about is my podcast started last week, the Cardano Aura. I released the first episode. It was live with Sebastian Guillemot. He was an awesome guest. I had a great time. I actually went back and watched it, and it was really cool. It was pretty in the weeds, but as far as a guest, I think he was an awesome guest. I had a great time. I learned a lot, and I think you guys would too. The link for this will be down below. I also started a new YouTube channel. It's called Big Pay Clips. What I'm going to be doing is taking clips from my live podcasts and my live AMAs, and just good clips, like some from Charles, some from the Bloom First Block, and also maybe a clip from the Sebastian Guillemot live stream, because he talked about multi-delegation. He talked about people being able to multi-signature wallets. He talked about a lot of stuff, side chains. There's just so many good clips that I could pull out of this, and I don't want to bog down my main channel here. I want to keep it to like really just these podcasts, live streams, my weekly recaps, and maybe a cool video thrown in here and there. So please subscribe to my new channel. Turn on that notification bell. I'll be having a video coming out probably tomorrow. So I really do appreciate your support. The link for this podcast and the new channel will be down below. I am also doing the second Cardano Aura podcast. It's tomorrow at 3 p.m. EST. I'm really looking forward to it. It's actually with the creator of Pool Tool. We can go ahead and look at Pool Tool real quick. I'm sure you guys have looked at it, but he actually just did a partnership with the Pegasus app. He's been doing a lot of stuff, so I'm excited to see kind of his vision with Pool Tool, the history of Pool Tool, and we're also going to be doing a live demo on how you guys can track the rewards each epoch from any pool that you're delegated to, whether it's Bloom, whether it's the Pool Tool pool, Love, whatever pool. We're going to be doing a live demo during the podcast showing you guys how to actually see the exact rewards from mobile and from the web GUI without actually having to open Daedalus or open Yoroi. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm also going to clip that video out on how to do the rewards thing. So if you guys don't want to watch the whole podcast, I'm going to clip that out, upload it on the Big Pay Clips channel. A lot of stuff happening here. Again, appreciate the support. So there was another podcast that I want to shout out. So that's my podcast, the Cardano Aura. We are actually going for DC funding. The other podcast I wanted to shout out was Slot Leader. I'm halfway through the first episode on this. It's called Episode 1, The Genesis. Charles Hoskinson actually does a little interview at the end of it. It's going to be the financial podcast that Charles Hoskinson was calling for. I think Umed's an awesome guy. It was a great first episode. And just like the Cardano Aura, give it 6 months and it's going to be damn good. Well, I'm going to lose my $8 from this video for saying that word, but that's how good the podcast is, and that's how good it's going to be in the future. So I'll have the link for that down below too, so you guys should check that out. It was awesome. So I just kind of wanted to do a little cool part in this video. I just have been hearing a lot about Ethereum. I personally have not really done anything with Ethereum. I kind of went straight from Bitcoin to ADA, and I've kind of been an ADA maximalist ever since. But I think it's really important, you know, for me, as I'm trying to be essentially a thought leader in the space, in the ADA ecosystem, right, in the Cardano ecosystem. So I need to know what we're trying to improve upon. I need to know what we're trying to compete with. I need to know how Ethereum works because they're ahead of us, right? And I'm not going to just come on here and say, oh, ADA's fees are so much less, because there's a lot of variables to this, right? So I went on there and I did something. So you guys have probably heard of it before. It's app.uniswap.org. It's pretty awesome. It's kind of like an on-chain swap, so to speak, between ERC20 tokens. And they let you provide liquidity. I actually did it through the ledger, and they actually let you provide liquidity to liquidity pools, and they reward you with the 2 tokens that you're providing liquidity to, and they also reward you with Uni, right? So I just wanted to get on here. I wanted to buy my first couple Ether. I think that, or ETH, whatever you call it. I'm not very informed on it. So I bought my first 2 ETH, and I moved them to my ledger, and then I actually provided liquidity with wrapped BCC and Ether, and I wanted to count the fees and kind of just go over how much it actually costs to do this stuff, right? So I wrote down, so it was 6 transactions total. It's not as easy as just saying, okay, I moved it from the exchange to my wallet, and then I clicked stake or add, provide, whatever. And it's not that simple. You have to do multiple fees. So just extracting the ADA from the exchange, or not the ADA, but the ETH from the exchange, cost me about $6. Keep in mind that was 2 separate transactions, and it was a little bit on the low end. When I did it later on, it cost me $5. So 3 transactions. The third transaction was me actually providing some ETH to the liquidity pool. That was about $7.50 for that one transaction for the gas fee. So 3 transactions, I was actually sitting at about $14 for 3 transactions. So then I did a little bit more. Another transactions where you actually stake it. I'm not too knowledgeable about this, but it takes about 3 or 4 transactions just to provide the liquidity pool. So after 4 transactions, I was sitting at $16.64. It's pretty expensive. So then I had to do a 5th transaction because I actually wanted to get a different coin on the ERC20 network and then stake that coin on chain to provide liquidity to a different pool. I'm not going to actually mention what that is because I don't want to kind of give you guys investment advice, but it was another coin that I'm very interested in. And to get it off the exchange, that cost me about $4.50, and then to make the coin stakeable, that cost me about $1.50, and then to actually stake it, that cost me about another $1.50 or $2. So in total, from all of my transactions, this is where these bags under my eyes came from. This is one day of using the Ethereum network. I'm just trying to earn a little bit of extra profit. I'm trying to get a little bit knowledgeable on the Ethereum ecosystem, and that cost me $19 in just one night. But I do have to say, like you guys know that Cardano's ADA is a utility token, right? And currently the only utility, I mean, there's going to be voting soon in October or the month after that, and you can also stake with it, right? But actually having utility to a blockchain token is awesome. And I do have to give Ethereum that. Do you know how fun it is to have different options to be able to do different things with the utility token that you have? It's really cool. It makes me so excited for Goguen. I cannot wait, especially if we can fix these fees. And I see people on Twitter, and I'm not bashing Cardano at all. I'm just saying we got to be realistic here, and we have to think of ways that we can solve this. And I'm sure IOHK is. I'm not being negative here, but so currently the fees are about 0.2 ADA, and you got to keep in mind that right now is about a penny and a half. I did the math on it. It's a penny and a half per transaction, and that's 0.2 ADA. Usually the fee is about 0.16, 0.17, 0.18, 0.19, but I just rounded up to 0.2. So that's about a penny and a half per transaction. And obviously you can say, oh man, that's awesome. That's so cheap. We're already killing them. But currently the market cap of ADA is so much lower than Ethereum, right? So we can't, it's not really a good comparison right now. It's apples and oranges. We don't have Goguen out. We don't have DeFi. We don't have Uniswap. We don't have ADA's version of all of these things that actually increases the use of the network to increase these fees, right? So if we can do this, if we can make this cheaper, if we can take away these fees, ADA is the future, right? Because I'm telling you, I had so much fun. I mean, maybe I'm weird. I'm a tech guy, right? But this is my first time doing this. And even though it's not intuitive, it doesn't work, it's very confusing, there's not very many good guides on it, I had a lot of fun doing it. I really did. Just providing liquidity and getting ADA in a different way. And I haven't really messed with the DeFi stuff at all. I mean, this is kind of a little bit on the DeFi end, but I'm not going to, it's not, right? But I cannot wait until ADA has that utility. And I'm telling you guys, if we can cut the fees even in a quarter of what Ethereum charges, we're going to kill it. ADA will be the future, and people will use it for everything, for farming, for swap. Like, I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm really looking forward to see what's in the future. But I probably will do more videos like this as I dive a little bit more and more into Ethereum. And I think it's a good thing for me to do that, to build up my knowledge about kind of the first evolution of smart contracts, right? Before I get very knowledgeable on Goguen. Yeah, but that was just my little Ethereum deep dive. If you guys have any questions, feel free to down below. I spent about $19. So that's where the bags under my eyes came from, man. One day in the Ethereum ecosystem. And you got to think about how long it's going to take for me to make up with that, right? So if you only have $500, you know, you saved up $500, you're a single mom, you can't make much money, you saved up $500. Well, $20 of $500 is a good percent. It's going to take you a while to make that back, right? I mean, if you have $10,000 or $50,000 or $100,000, the $19 isn't going to be much. You'll be able to make that back very quickly, so it's not going to be a big deal. But you guys know that one of the ideologies of ADA is to include everyone in the ecosystem, whether they're poor or they're rich, and it should be fair for everyone, right? And by having such high fees, you're limiting people with less money as the fee that they're paying is a much higher percentage, right? So I'm really looking forward to what we can do as an ecosystem to solve this, what we can do as an ecosystem to include everyone, and just I'm really looking forward to have a lot of utility to my token. So let's go to the next part of the video. Let me know if you guys like this. I know it's a little out of the ordinary for me, but I had a lot of fun doing it. So the next thing I wanted to talk about in this video is Project Catalyst. There is actually a town hall happening in 35 minutes. I'll have the link to the actual copy of this town hall because this video won't be up by this, but the town hall agenda is the exploration phase recap. That's the phase that we were just in. If you guys didn't figure this out, Project Catalyst is the current way to actually submit proposals, get voted on, and get funding in the Cardano ecosystem. The actual idea phase, where you can submit ideas that could get funding, starts today, the 23rd. And this town hall at 1:15 p.m. is actually going to break all that down. There's going to be a community initiatives, idea submission phase, how to write a good proposal, how to help others improve their proposal, right? So this little schedule right here shows you today's the 23rd of September. You have this long to submit your ideas until the 30th, so about a week. Then you refine the proposals, then you finalize, then you review and select, and then the voting begins via the app on the 21st. So I would say about Friday of this week, I'm going to have a video that goes through step by step everything you guys need to know for Project Catalyst. It'll be released Friday around 12 p.m. So be looking for that video. I'm going to have a pretty much a how-to on how to do all this stuff. So make sure you guys watch that town hall in my video on Friday. I'm really excited about this Project Catalyst stuff. I'm going to be having a podcast that's put to a vote, so I will need your vote and your support. I really do like the podcast, and I hope you guys do too. So there's two more things I want to mention before I close out this video. The Cardano Foundation actually just released a way that you can register for their upcoming developer portal. Are you a developer looking to build on Cardano? If so, get ready. I'll have this link down below. If you're a developer and you want to be a part of this portal, you can put your information here. They have I like this right here. I like it, whatever it is. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to mention is the Cardano Foundation has a new CEO. I just wanted to read his quote. His name is Frederick Gregard. Sorry if I botched that. He's the Chief Executive Officer of the Cardano Foundation now. He said, "I am delighted and honored to join the Cardano Foundation and advance its core missions, which I see as crucial to building a strong digital asset ecosystem and the future financial infrastructure backbone. The foundation has a dedicated and high caliber talent base, which will take Cardano to new heights. And together with our enthusiastic community, I am joining the Cardano Foundation during a paradigm shift in Cardano's functionality and usability. And I anticipate that the next few years will be a significant growth period for the protocol." Yeah, I mean, think about this guy, Frederick. He's becoming the CEO of the Cardano Foundation at the best time ever. We have Voltaire coming out next month. We have Gauguin coming out this year or Q1 of next year. I mean, how awesome is that? I mean, you got to skip past the days where you had to hunker down, the 3 cent, 4 cent, 5 cent days where we didn't have staking. We didn't have anything. And he's coming in like, hey, it's going to be some good growth, man. It's funny to me that what a lucky guy in the sense of him joining at this period, because he would have got a lot of slack if you were here in the past, There's another person joining the Cardano Foundation. It's Eva Oberholzer. Sorry if I botched that as always. As the head of growth, a newly created role. She will represent all Cardano stakeholders, including the professional community, enterprises, strategic partners, and institutions, meeting their needs at management level to create new opportunities for the Cardano blockchain. So there it is. 2 new people joining. But that's the end of the weekly Cardano recap. Let me know if you guys like this video. If you made it to the end of the video, type high fees Cardano will win. We are going for number 1. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I would really appreciate that. Make sure you leave a like, turn on that notification bell. Also check out my other videos. Podcast is coming out tomorrow. That's the new big thing on my channel with the creator of Pool Tool. It's going to be an awesome podcast. I'm telling you, make sure you guys check out my new channel. It'll be the first link down below. It's called Big Pay Clips. There'll be a lot more videos coming out more often on that channel. I'm looking for probably an every other day release cycle. It's a lot, isn't it? I just wanted to split the bulk up. But yep, I really do appreciate your support. I've been having a lot of fun doing this stuff, and I couldn't be doing it without you. I'm telling you guys, I mean, it's awesome. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun, and I couldn't be doing it without you. Like, I'm really happy to wake up and do this stuff every day, and I just can't really thank you enough. But hope you guys all have a wonderful week. I'm excited for this town hall. See ya. Project Catalyst is on its way. We're voting.